Into it, shall we? Presentation says that this particular presentation is for educational and informational purposes only, that all investments involve risk, and you need to understand that prior to reacting to anything you're about to see on the program. The disclaimer says exactly that, and this says, okay, we also have intellectual property rights. We have rights that extend to copyrights, trademarks, patents. Please, before you produce anything that you're about to see here, ask us, and then, of course, we'd ask that you cite Market Rebellion. All right, let's take a look at a couple stocks that we did yesterday because they have worked out nicely. Yep, patting myself on the back, breaking my arm, patting myself on the back. But if it's true, what can I say? So, Penn Gaming, PENN, talked about it on the halftime report yesterday. It was up $2. Some people might have shied away from it because it was up $2. Not us. Today, it was up over $5. It was through 95 today. Bang! Now, as you know, I did not buy those 105 calls. I bought a lower strike and sold a strike above that strike. 1-to-1, no additional risk, and yet you impact both your volatility compression, which can work against you, and time decay. So that's what I did in this trade. It has already doubled in value for us. Bang! That's why you watch. Let's talk about Snap. All right, Snap. We were buying February 19 calls in Snap. That's the 19th expiration, 19 strike in the February expiration. It was up 3.5% yesterday, 53.51, and today it trades to 54.29. So basically, as of that screenshot, it's unchanged. But I just wanted to point out that you need to be watching when these start to make a move. Now, did I sell any? No. That's not what I do. If this is your first time watching, what I do is on a double, when an option goes to double the price that I paid for it, I'll take off half, 50%. And then I'll let the rest run for a while. But I will keep a close eye on it. All I'm doing with this trade is not to tell you that, oh, we're so obviously right, even though I think we might be. I'm saying you need to pay attention if you're in option trades, in particular in the short term. Now, this is a midterm, I'll call it, because it's 2 full months out into the future. So, just that. How about this one, though? CRE. Oh, my. CRE has just exploded. In fact, I'm taking a little more off right now. CRE exploded from 94.51, as you see there, to they were buying the end of December, the December 31st 100 calls. Similar to the other example, I did not buy those calls. I bought a lower strike and sold a higher strike against it, 1-to-1. Now, in this case, CRE, which was 94.51, today trades to 99.24. So again, from 94.51, let's call it $95 to call it close to 100. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Bang! That's why I trade options. And that's why I was a little late today, because I was taking some profits. Now, we appreciate each and every one of you that has subscribed. If you note on the upper right-hand side there, I've even highlighted for you that you can hit that little bell. You will get an alert every time a new take by Pete goes up there. Every time a workout video with me goes up there. Every time a 3 at 3 goes up there. Every time we do a podcast, it will go up there. So if you'd like to be alerted to that, then please, number 1, subscribe. Number 2, and it's free. How can you beat that? Free. And number 2, click that little bell, and then you'll be aware every single time new content goes up, because you never know which one's going to be the big winner for you. Speaking of big winners, Nike has been a big winner with their DTC, direct-to-consumer play. And here's the stock when Pete was talking about it on the halftime report. I don't know if he got to say it or not because I didn't have my sound up, but Pete was broadcasting from the Waffle House World Headquarters today. How cool is that? So anyway, Pete noticed unusual activity in Nike as our heat seeker targeted it. Stock was down $2 at 138.41. Now the stock is 138.67, plenty of time. The options that they're buying, January 150s. So those are substantially out of the money, I would say. Call it $11.50 out of the money. I'd like buying something more at the money, like the 140s, and selling the 145s or some trade like that. Again, that's a 1-to-1 bull call spread. I move the odds into my favor each and every time I do that, and I address time decay and volatility. Second trade, Vale. Now this one, we've been hitting it hard. I mean, just look at that from November through today. November, it was $12 stock. Today, it's a $17 stock. It has worked out nicely. And somebody betting it's going to keep working nicely. Why? Because they're buying March 21 calls. So March is a full 3 months out into the future, and they're buying $4 nearly out of the money. Now, you know I'm going to buy a lot closer to the money than that. You have to decide how you want to trade it, but that's how I trade it. And there is a graph of Vale today. Vale as it moves, this is a 5-day graph, as you see, moving from 1640 just 2 days ago, I guess that's 3 days ago now, from 1640 level up to 1740. Heck of a run and a beautiful trader. They bought a lot, 41,000 calls early this morning, by the way. Thought I'd show you this. This is our platform for crypto. We have a full platform. We also have an app in the App Store. So if you go over to Apple's App Store and you type in Market Rebellion, you can get on your phone, same thing I got on my phone, our crypto app. Now this app is pretty cool because it gives you charting, it gives you chat rooms, it gives you tutorials if you sign up for that. And right now I'm looking at charts on here, just like that, in your hot little hand. Charts, chat room, all the goodies. And we have a full platform as well. It's a free app. You can download it at the Apple App Store under Market Rebellion. All right, let's do our third of the 3 at 3, which is XLI. So somebody believes that by the end of December, maybe this is because stimulus passes over the weekend or something, they're buying the December 90 calls, which is pretty much an at-the-money call, for 59 cents. These options expire in 2 weeks. So you need to be very aware of time decay when you're trading an option that expires in 2 weeks. 59 cents, they bought 11,000 of these, so call it $600,000, $700,000 worth of options purchased. Bang, bang, bang. That's why I follow them. So here is a graph of the XLI. As you see, this week anyway, more or less moved sideways. Hasn't been able to break to the upside, and it's not breaking down. It's just hovering at that 88-ish level. So let's watch this one, and if you want to join us, join with a call spread, and you'll probably be a happier camper. You want to learn about call spreads? You can go to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. There you'll see about the offerings we have for stock education, option education, crypto education, futures education, whatever you'd like. Chances are we have. We've got a great team of coaches and mentors, and each and every one of them has traded a lot. And that's why they're able to offer you some great insights to make you a better trader before you ever put that first dollar at risk. Go to marketrebellion.com/get started. Hey, give it as a present to a spouse, a lover, a grandson, a granddaughter, whatever. They will find it useful, maybe to your grandmother or grandfather, because they're retired, sitting around having a great time. They would find it extremely useful, and you're cutting risk and putting yourself in a better position to make money. That's what it's about, folks. Questions? You can send them to me at Jon Najarian. That's my Twitter handle, by the way, or at 3@3_UOA. That's the number 3, the word at, the number 3 _ UOA. You can send us questions. We're happy to answer them. Let's get to them right now. All right, Mr. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, said this was a great interview. On Monday, I did get a chance to talk with Kevin O'Leary and J.R. Ron with my brother Pete. We talked about a number of things with Kevin, but with J.R. Ron, we were really concentrating on MindMed, which is a company that is in the medicines side of psychedelics. And what they do is they do microdosing of LSD, microdosing of peyote and mushrooms. What they do is they look at the health benefits that can be derived from microdosing. This is not a play with dispensaries and things like that. This is all under a doctor's care. And as you might imagine, these guys would be in jail if they were trying to do this across all 50 states in dispensaries. Instead, they've been working with Johns Hopkins. They've been working with various institutions in Europe and in particular Switzerland to develop medicines that will help people that are getting off opioids or even alcohol addiction, people that have PTSD like our soldiers and first responders. All of that is what MindMed works on. That's MMEDF. And you can see that on the podcast that we did with Kevin O'Leary. Again, if you were subscribed to the YouTube, you'd already know about this, but I hope you check it out. We also talk about indexing, Q1, and industries Kevin likes. Thank you, Kev. CRM. All right, let's check out a little relationship software company known as CRM, also Salesforce. Question for 3 at 3. John, with a dip expected in the near future, what to do with vertical spreads bought 2 weeks ago with expiries in February, which are not yet in the money, e.g. February spread 240, 250 with CRM at 226 today. All right, number one, Roger has done a great job because Roger has addressed with that one-to-one spread he describes. He owns the 240s, he sold the 250s. He has addressed time decay. So that's one of the things that with an option its final 60 days, which this clearly is, that's one of the things that could really hurt you if you don't have some address or redress to that time decay. So he's already done that. Congratulations. The stock's made a little dip. Does it keep going lower and or do we see something along the lines that I talked about, like maybe we see some people taking profits? I think what you could do, Roger, is roll down from that 240, 250, that perhaps you can get 225, 230, 240 spread. And in doing so, he would move it closer to where it's trading now. Or you could just stick with what you've got because I think you've done a great job protecting it. Thank you, Roger. And his handle is at RCGM Pearson. That's Pearson. Airbnb, sky's the limit, says, and that's skies, SKYS, THELIMIT 818. Hey, Dr. J, great call on Airbnb in the halftime report. Hit the bullseye, absolutely. I've already taken profits. Woohoo! Can't be any more delighted to have a 70% quick profit in a day. Bang! Thank you. Thank you, sky's the limit. We appreciate that. We always appreciate when people follow something that we've talked about and found their own way to make money in it. So I'm proud of you. I'm hoping you have a lot more success with this, and I appreciate the shout. Thank you. Cree. Well, Bertrand said, hey, for the Cree call spread, did you buy the 95-100 or choose a lower sell price? I did the 95-100 call spread in Cree. Bertrand, which is Bert, B-E-R-T _ Thompson _ the number 3. I did do the 95-100 call spread as it ran to 99, which I showed you guys earlier today. We had a nice double on that. And I'd say, Bertrand, you're thinking the right way. Stay focused and you just keep watching 3 at 3. Thanks. Chewy. All right, my dog's favorite, Dexter's favorite stock. John, took a bull call spread in Chewy, and the calls I sold are wildly outperforming the lower strike calls that I bought. Any thoughts on why? Sure. And here's why, folks. Because, number one, let me show you a chart on Chewy. Here's Chewy. It's moved up to 100, okay? Earlier this week on Tuesday, it was still closer to the level that he has the 80s that he's long, Andrew does, and he's got the 90s that he's short, 1-to-1 bull call spread. So I applaud him for having that. And he's saying, well, look at my 80 calls are only up $1.36, but the others are up $1.83. True, but when I look at, Andrew, I look at the spread, the differential between the two. So right now he's at approximately, folks, $8 for this spread. It's going to be worth 10 if the stock is higher than 90. So because the 80s that he owns will be in the money, they're worth $10 at, let's say, 90 and 10 cents. Those are worth $10.10. The other calls will be worth 10 cents. Those 90 calls, the spread goes to 10. It's the most the spread can go to the upside, and you are lucky to be in this position. What would I do with this? I might snug up a put at that 90 strike against this to lock in those profits just in case, because it was just 3 days ago 80 something, and now it's over 100. But yeah, when an option moves, he's got this 1-to-1, folks, but when an option moves to the upside and goes from an out of the money to an at the money and then in the money, it's picking up deltas as it does that. And as it picks up those deltas, at times when he's looking at his screen, he might see that demand for those options has caused them to outperform the other. He has no additional risk. He is still in a great position. I applaud you, Andrew, for this trade, and I hope you ring the register hard in Chewy. Whoops, let's see. Ryan Mastro, who's one of our lead educators, says, "Congrats, Kyle. Thank you for sharing the love. We have a great team. No one can take away your education." Kyle, which is KWPOOR, was saying, "I couldn't have done this without the help of the services available from Market Rebels. I've learned so much during the weekly webinars from Ryan Mastro and the Option Oracle. Thanks also to Pete Najarian, Jon Najarian, putting this whole team together. No need to thank us. Thank you. We love it. This is what we love to do." And his performance was outstanding. As you can see, he's been outperforming the markets in a big way. And that's what options can do for you too, folks. Keep it in mind. And then Chris Vincenti, whose Twitter handle is at Vincentini, says, "At Jon Najarian, my dogs are nervous today from the amount of times I yell, bang! Thanks to the folks at Market Rebels, the Option Oracle, Jon Najarian, Pete Najarian for the options education. Bang!" Thank you, Chris, for believing in us and for putting your money where your mouth is. A lot of people love just to pop off on Twitter and things like that. You actually saw something that you thought could benefit you in your life, and you've taken advantage of it. We appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. If you'd like to join Chris and learn more about what we do, well, go over to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That is marketrebellion.com/UOA. You'll learn all about what we do, how we do it, and you can see exactly how we assemble that unusual option activity that pays off so frequently. Thank you, folks. Bang! I hope you have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you again next week back here on Market Rebellion Television. By the way, if you're a member, I hope you check us out on the cocktail hour at 5 Eastern time. That's 5 Eastern. We'll be enjoying some cocktails with our customers. The only way you can be part of that, though, is to be a customer. And if you are, we'll see you at 5 o'clock. Cheers.